Hey, so are you deliberately designing your life? That's our affirmation for this week, isn't it? I am the deliberate designer of my life. I am powerful enough to create what I desire. And these words have been going over and over in my mind. Hey, I'm Rosemary Nonini, by the way, and RNK for short, the Prosperity Minister. I equip people to prosper in all areas of their life. Okay, so these words have been going through my head through today. Today I went to a funeral, and a really old friend of mine, well, it was really my parents' friend to begin with, and then I got to know him as I got older, and all of this and all the other. And it was as always with death, it's kind of the end of a particular era. It's the end of, if in my life, it's kind of like my parents' generation, people that knew my dad. They passed on. He's probably one of the last people. Is he that knew my dad, that really knew my dad, and passed on now, and that is, it's interesting. And as always, death kind of brings this feeling: are you doing all that you can do to definitely create and design a life that you absolutely adore? Not many people are. Not many people are. A lot of spiritual people waiting for the divine to come and take over, come and sow the seeds, and and just give them the harvest. But actually, that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. You have to deliberately design the life that you want. You have that vision inside of you. Yeah, and some people say they don't know what it is. That too is not really true. Usually people are ignoring the vision inside of them for fear that they cannot make it happen. Because that was one thing, having a conversation with my brother on the way home from the funeral, and just this I wish I could open people's heads in some ways and say, look here, the only way you could fail at doing the thing that you desire to do with your life is if you quit or don't ever start. That's the only way you could fail. Only way. There are many, many ways to succeed, but there's one way to fail, and it is to quit, to just not even try. That is the only way you fail. And so when I talk about deliberate designing of a life, it is a deliberate decision that you make, that, you know what I'm doing right now, the life I'm living right now is not enough for me anymore. I am making the decision to rise, to be all that I'm born to be, to live out the calling of my life. The divine is not going to move your hand. It's not going to force you to do it. You feel that intention, those intentions, those whispers inside of you calling you out, saying, come on, do something. But you know what? You are powerful enough to create what you desire, or powerful enough not to. Okay? You get to choose. Are you going to go forward, or are you going to keep telling yourself some kind of story about why you cannot do the things? Again, there's one way to fail. Don't even try, and quit. Well, you could say it's two ways, but really, if you didn't try, then you quit. So really, it's just the one way. And it's like, there's no reason for it. You are a divine being. You are a divine being. I don't say these things lightly. I don't say these things from a place of cushiness that I've never known suffering or pain or struggle. I've known this stuff, but had to make different choices, because it was either that or live a life less than what I was capable of. And I got done with that. As well as the fact that, you know what? How long can you keep beating your head against the brick wall where you're working harder and harder and harder, and realizing you're still not getting where you want to go? So you've obeyed all the rules, you've done everything that people said to do, became the pharmacist, all of that stuff. I was in my church, active in various capacities, and suddenly realized that none of that was actually getting me where I would like to go. That there was something I seemed to be missing. One was definitely connection with the divine, a real, true connection. I was saying this to my brother, that how people have been at church or whatever their whole life, and they don't have the basic faith that they will be taken care of. Their whole life, they've been talking and singing and shouting about how God is good, miracle worker, da, 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 da. And yet, when it comes to their actual life, there is no faith. And I'm just being very, it's late. I'm being very just blunt and honest. And it's like, I don't know what religious organizations sometimes are doing. I'm not saying everybody's horrible. I know everybody does the best that they know how to, but let's be honest. A lot of people don't actually know how to demonstrate faith, don't know how to walk as powerful creatures, beings. If anything, sometimes they just come away feeling worthless, feeling like they've done all kinds of things wrong, and and that there's just guilt and shame. And that will definitely not allow you to live a prosperous life if you feel as though there's some kind of big being out there ready to come and whack you upside the head and basically take you down a notch or two. Then yeah, it's going to be a struggle to actually prosper, because there's going to be a part of you that thinks you are not worth it, you're not worthy of it, that there's something wrong with you. And there isn't anything wrong with you. You are created in the image and likeness of the divine. The divine is just waiting for you to actually make a choice that, you know what, I'm done with living less than who I am. I'm ready to stand up and pay attention and become all I am created to be, because this is it. You have everything inside of you that you need. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? You have everything inside of you that you need to create the life that you want. The only way, again, I'll say to you again, the only way that you will fail is if you quit. That's it. There's only one way to failure, and it's quitting. And guess who is in control of that? You. Basically. Oh yes, as I said, not to make it a start, but in my mind, if you didn't even make a start in the first place, then you quit already. You quit on yourself, you quit on your life, and you will possibly have all kinds of great reasons. My brother and I are slightly different in the way we perceive people, I suppose. Slightly different. There's certain similarities. He's more inclined to think that when you're in a bind, you really can't do anything different. I'm inclined to think that even when you're in a bind, you can do things differently. I think people are more powerful than they give themselves credit for, and that they don't always need handouts. I'm sorry, but I just don't think that. I think they just need decision. They just need commitment. And maybe that makes me a little bit, I don't know, heartless maybe. I don't know. But I know that I've been through some crazy tough times, and I've had to make different choices that weren't easy to make in the moment. And in fact, in some cases, they weren't even sensible to make, basically. And I had to make the choice to, well, I'm just not going to go the sensible route because it doesn't feel right to me. And that isn't easy to do all the time. I know, but I also know it's very possible to do. Very possible to do, because we are powerful enough to create the life we desire. I just know this. I know this. You were not given a calling, a dream, an idea without the equivalent resources to make it happen. But you are still the one that has to put your hand on the plow and refuse to turn back. And if you don't, then you're quitting. And that's the only way to fail. The only way to fail. And there may be all good, great sounding reasons for it. Oh, I didn't have the money. My family needed me. My this, that, and the other. And all great sounding reasons, but they just keep you from your destiny. Is that really what you want? Really? So yeah, coming away from a funeral, it does make me think more about this stuff. It's like, that's another life gone. Yeah, maybe he'll come back as another dude and start again, maybe, but we don't know that for real. We don't know that for certain. What we do know is that this is our one life. That's what we know right now. We get to choose. Are we going to be the lights of the world? Are we going to follow our calling? Or are we going to keep making reasons and excuses for why we cannot do what we know we desperately want to do? And that's a crazy thing as well. People fighting for their limitations. It's like, why are you fighting for your limitations? You don't even want to keep it. Why are you trying to fight to say that you have no choice? Of course you have a choice. Why fight for limitations? No. When you find yourself giving yourself reasons why you cannot do it, ask yourself, why am I fighting for my limitation here? Why don't I just say that I can do it and then figure it out as I go? One little step at a time, just refusing to quit. I don't really expect anybody to drop their whole life and start something. No, I just expect that you will create space for something new. Create space to live the life that you feel called and born to live. Anyway, I'm going to sing this affirmation if I can. Actually, my voice feels a bit croaky and weird, so it'll probably break off in the middle or something, but whatever, you guys can forgive me. I am the deliberate designer of my life. I am the deliberate designer of my life. I am powerful enough to create what I desire. I am powerful enough to create what I desire. I am powerful enough to create what I desire. I am the deliberate designer of my life. Yeah, that was that was a stretch, man. But anyway, come on, guys. You are the deliberate designer of your life. Design something that makes you feel amazing. Design something that makes you feel free and fulfilled and abundant and be love on this planet, okay? And yes, I make the invitation to you to come and join me in Light of the World. Some of y'all are. That is exactly what it is that you know. You've known forever that you're supposed to be like a beacon of hope for other people. It is time to rise up and actually start to do what you're born to do. Will you? Will you? Will you? Will you? So go join in. It's at rosemarynoninight.com/light of the world. If I can type it in. I know I've been a bit shaky because I'm holding my computer in my hand and doing this, which is probably not the best way of doing things, but hey, it's late. Okay, light of the world. If you're done with making excuses and giving reasons why you will not live out the call on your life, if you're ready to actually, start listening to the whisper of the divine within you, who is calling you forward to do what you're born to do, then go over to the page, read through the page, join in. There's a big buttons on there. Join in. We start tomorrow. You get at the moment, actually, it depends on when you're listening to this video, of course. There is a pre-launch discount, as I like to do, but I don't know when you're listening to the video. If you're listening to the video too late, sorry, you may have missed it. It doesn't matter. It'll still be worth it to you to join in. So go and join in this 21-day boot camp. This is about internal work as well as external work. This isn't just because I know that if you make the decision to become light of the world, there is certain internal shifts that need to happen. So we're going to be looking at some of those every day, just giving you little audios or videos or text, things to listen to act on. Some of it will just be internal work. Some of it will also be external work, just little things you can do on social media and things like that to start putting your message out there. It is time that we rise up and be the lights that we are born to be. So if you're ready for that, go over to rosemarynoninight.com/light of the world. Join in. I'm so looking forward to sending this stuff out to you guys. Already started recording it for you. It's going to be amazing. I feel it. Okay, rosemarynoninight.com/light of the world. Go join in. Until the next time, my honeys, much amazing love. Bye.